Welcome back to my channel. Today, in the game DC Dark Legion, there are two extremely powerful Mythic Limited characters available for you to draw, Martian Manhunter and Lobo. In the context of the current meta being dominated by fast-paced, quick-finish playstyles, most notably the sweeping presence of the Legion of Doom faction with its early game energy acceleration, or the highly flexible combinations of Constantine and Zatanna on the Justice League dark side, choosing who to invest in between these two characters has become a difficult problem for many players. Although the developers have released updates aimed at extending match duration, the reality on the battlefield still shows that burst damage and finishing speed remain the decisive factors for securing victory. Martian Manhunter appears as a symbol of resilience and powerful counterattack potential, while Lobo is a standalone physical damage machine with astonishing self-survivability. The decision of which character to summon depends not only on their individual strength, but is also closely tied to the lineup you currently own, such as the Outsiders core with Starfire and Arsenal, or the still relatively immature Suicide Squad team. To help you gain an objective perspective and make the most accurate decision before committing resources to this draw banner, we will dive deep into a detailed analysis of their skill kits, legacy equipment, and their compatibility with the current practical meta. Will the toughness of the detective from Mars or the madness of the space bounty hunter be the perfect puzzle piece for your team? Let's get started right now. First, we will take a deep dive into Martian Manhunter, who is currently regarded as the most solid counterattack wall of the Outsiders faction. The first impressive point when looking at the skill set of this Martian detective is his extremely strong self-defense capability, as right from the start of the battle, he gains a massive amount of physical defense and spiritual defense, reaching up to 75%. This allows Martian Manhunter to stand firm against rapid burst damage from the Legion of Doom meta or Justice League Dark, laying the foundation for deploying his signature counterattack mechanic known as Mind Ward. Through his ultimate skill, Psionic Protection, he not only protects himself, but also links to allies and counters attacks on their behalf, turning every enemy strike into a mistake paid for with spiritual damage. The true power of Martian Manhunter reaches its peak when combined with the legacy equipment Kuru Pendant, a relic that allows him to recover up to 40% of his maximum health each time an enemy uses a skill. This is a very large number, and it enables him to survive extremely well even when facing opponents like Sinestro or Deathstroke from the Legion of Doom faction. In addition to survivability, this character also has a mechanic that permanently stacks stats whenever allies cast their ultimate skills, allowing him to grow stronger and stronger as the battle goes on. However, when looking at the Outsiders ecosystem, we can see a clear polarization, where Starfire mainly plays a healing role and Arsenal has damage skills with a degree of randomness, making this lineup lean more toward control and attrition rather than fast and clean finishes. This is an excellent choice for players who favor stability and prioritize not being defeated before thinking about winning. Moving away from the defensive playstyle of Martian Manhunter, we shift to a completely opposite extreme with Lobo, a character designed purely for destruction and battlefield domination. Lobo possesses top-tier personal damage in the game thanks to his My Dog skill, which deals up to 1000% attack as physical damage, combined with a powerful enhancement to his basic attacks after activating the ultimate skill Space Hog Rampage. What makes this bounty hunter truly special in the current fast-paced meta is his independent self-survivability through the immortality mechanic from the legacy equipment Space Hog, which allows Lobo to recover 50% his health when taking fatal damage for the first time. This is a massive advantage, preventing Lobo from being burst down too early by energy stacking teams and giving him enough time to summon Lobros to overwhelm the enemy with numbers. However, the biggest challenge when using Lobo is that the current Suicide Squad ecosystem is still not truly balanced in terms of power. While members like Captain Cold or Killer Croc are only at the legendary tier with limited tanking and support capabilities, only Harley Quinn stands out as a viable partner thanks to her damage-based healing. This places Lobo in the position of a lone carry, where he must shoulder the entire damage output for the team. Personally, I think he can perform well even outside of a Suicide Squad team because his skill set is not tied to any specific faction. This allows you to easily combine him with many different factions. With strong enemy healing reduction and powerful physical defense penetration, Lobo is not only a nightmare in PvP, but also an effective tool for clearing challenging PvE stages, as long as you are willing to invest a large amount of resources to fully upgrade this character. When placing Martian Manhunter and Lobo on the scale for a direct comparison, we can see an interesting confrontation between one side acting as a shield and the other as a spear. In the harsh PvP environment, Martian Manhunter shows a clear advantage in countering fast burst teams thanks to the Mind Ward counterattack mechanic and his continuous health recovery. If the opponent does not have enough damage to finish this Martian detective in a single burst window, they will fall into an attrition trap and be turned around by the accumulated spiritual damage. In contrast, Lobo is a highly explosive wild card with wide area clearing potential and instant revival, allowing him to survive long enough to clean up the battlefield, even when all allies around him have already fallen. The difference lies in the fact that Martian Manhunter needs teammates to fully benefit from his stat stacking mechanics, while Lobo is the type of character who can decide the outcome of a match on his own if sufficiently invested in star upgrades and equipment. In terms of efficiency in PvE modes such as Combat Cycle or Training Simulator, Lobo often feels more comfortable thanks to his massive damage output and his ability to summon units to divert monster attention. Martian Manhunter, while extremely resilient, may clear stages more slowly due to his nature as a defense-oriented counterattack fighter. Another point worth noting is team-building practicality. While Martian Manhunter can easily fit into many different team-ups thanks to his ally protection capabilities, Lobo requires players to pour their full commitment and resources into turning him into a true monster on the battlefield, though he is fully capable of fighting alone without relying on any faction synergy. The choice between these two characters is essentially a clash between a safe and stable playstyle versus a risky but explosive one. The decision of who to summon in this draw ultimately depends heavily on your long-term team development direction, rather than just the individual strength of each character. If you are a player who prioritizes durability and already has a solid support core from the Outsiders faction, such as Starfire or Arsenal, then Martian Manhunter will be the perfect piece to turn your lineup into an impenetrable counterattack fortress. This Martian detective does not demand that all damage be funneled into him, but instead serves as a protector who gives other members the time they need to shine. On the other hand, for players who are lacking a powerful carry, or want to build a team centered around a single character with self-sustain and self-destruction potential, Lobo is the optimal choice. Even though the Suicide Squad ecosystem currently has many limitations, Lobo's potential cannot be denied, especially since he can operate independently and create huge momentum swings thanks to his immortality and summoning mechanics. If I am forced to choose only one character, I would choose Lobo for star upgrades because he deals very strong damage and does not rely heavily on faction synergy, making him easy to slot into my lineup. Overall, both Martian Manhunter and Lobo are extremely valuable Mythic Limited characters and are well worth owning in the collection of any DC Dark Legion player. I hope that this detailed analysis of their skills, legacy equipment, and compatibility with the current fast-paced meta has helped you gain a clearer perspective to make the most suitable choice for your budget and team composition. Personally, even though I am not pursuing either of these two team archetypes, I will still try to obtain Lobo so that I can create in-depth character build guide videos for this bounty hunter in the near future. Thank you for watching today's comparison video. Do not forget to leave your opinion in the comments below about which character you chose in this event. Goodbye, and see you again in the next character analysis videos.